Hiya Mark, great to see you again on the range yesterday and do some further work on your game. We just look at where you were at the start of your session. The arms are definitely coming in more than previously. However, at this point I would still like to see them in more than that. Ideally, I'd want to see your hands in line with the base of your right bicep, so that left arm that we see here, ideally I would want in a little bit more. And we can see here when we look at the next one across, this is you trying to really work the arms in, and as I said yesterday, you can't really overdo this. We've got the arms coming in more, so this is you feeling that you're really exaggerating that movement of the arms coming in, and as a result we get the arms in a fraction more, but still not sufficient. Ideally I'd like to see the hands and the arms a little bit more in the position of the cursor at that point. So you definitely don't need to be worried about getting the arms in too much on this one, because the arms don't work in enough. The top of the backswing position, there tends to be a little bit too much of a difference between the angle of your arms and the pitch of your shoulders, whereas on this one the arms and the body are working a little bit more together, and as a result, although not the same, there's a little bit more similarity between shoulder pitch and arm playing, which just allows you, as we said yesterday, to return the club down along the same line without having to manipulate it. You seem very, very comfortable and very, very good at getting the club to retrace its steps in the downswing. Unfortunately, if we do that from here, we're going to hit a lot of pulls and a lot of cuts, whereas if we want to move the ball right to left nicely without too much manipulation, we need to get those arms in. I'd like to see ultimately that left arm sitting a little bit more on that angle. Having said that, much better move through the ball than you were making previously. Much better maintenance of your tilt towards the ground through impact. You can see there now, far better through the hitting area, and it's only from this moment on now that you start to lose your inclination to the ground. But overall, far better movement. In regards to improving your ability to both get the arms working in and stay centered, we talked yesterday about the initial move away from the ball. I'm just going to put that line down the side of your head on both these drivers, and this is going to help you control the path of your golf club and the low point of your golf club considerably better than you have been doing previously. We watch what happens here. The upper axis, the sternum, on this first swing. I'm just going to pop this little circle on here on both swings. The upper axis on this swing doesn't tend to be very stable. The first move is a move off. You can see there the sternum moving off to the right, the head drifting off that line. What you've just done now is you've just made it quite easy to get stuck underneath it and get the club working quickly left through impact if you're not too careful. What we do here now is we talked about the extension. On this image here, what we've done is we've maintained the forward flex that we had at address, so the sternum there now is still out in front of the hips. If we look at this one here, the idea is that you're going to introduce this sort of standing up piece, so we're going to try and feel like we're doing the Frosbury flop. You're going to feel like you're going to move that way with your spine. That's you standing up. The reason we don't appear to lift is because we're tilting to the left to offset that standing up part of the backswing. Remember, to make a centered turn, you need to introduce three things. You've got to turn, tilt to the left, and stand up. And those three things should be happening incrementally at the correct rate during your backswing. As we take the club back here now, the thought is that you're doing the high jump, that your Frosbury flop over that bar that's to your left, and you can see there as you do that, the upper axis is much more stable, doesn't drift off the ball, head doesn't move away from that line on the way back, and at the top of the backswing now, as Hogan suggests in 5 fundamentals, the hips are further away from the target than the centre of the shoulders. As you can see, there are much more of a centred backswing, much less of a move off the ball. That's going to make it much easier for you to police the path of your golf club coming into impact. Good luck with it. Look forward to working with you again in the coming weeks. Well done.